Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team.
And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and I am here with my boy, Matty B. What's going on, baby?
What's up, fam? How's everybody doing?
Good, brother, good. Yo, on today's episode, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit of our top 5 teams in the NFL right now as of November 26, 2024. Matty B, I'm going to start with you. What is your top 5 going from number 5 down to number 1?
Man, so my top 5, man, from number 5, I'm going to have to start with Houston on my number 5 team. I think they're a great young team. They got a lot of potential. They play hard every single week. They got Tank Dell, they got Nico Collins, they got Justin or Stroud, CJ Stroud. They got a good core, man. And then Will Anderson on defense. They got a good solid unit all the way around. They play hard. I think they can compete with just about anybody in the league. So I got Houston. Houston is my number 5.
Okay.
My number 4 team, they play just like Houston a little bit. Only they're kind of like one of those teams that, one week they could be doing good, the next week they're kind of blah, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. I think he has a tremendous future ahead of him. Who's their coach again? Is it Stefanski?
Nick Sirianni.
Oh, Sirianni. Okay, yeah, my bad. So Sirianni, that he's a good young-minded coach, man. I like that guy. So I think they got, if anybody can match Detroit this year, I think it's probably Philly.
Ooh.
Just in my opinion, I think my next team though at number 3 could probably be a team that is a little bit better than Philly, but I don't think that they could actually match Detroit in this area. But I do give them that slight edge over Philly because I think they're a little bit younger and a little bit more better. Is the Green Bay Packers?
Oh, Green Bay at 3.
Yeah, I think Green Bay is one of those little sneaky teams that are going to be sneaking in there that nobody's really paying attention to. And I think, it was a toss-up between Philly and Green Bay at those 2 positions. But I think Green Bay is one of those sneaky teams, man. I think they could actually pull out a win over Philly and be the number 2 NFC team in this league. I think Jordan Love's pretty good, dude. I'm surprised the way they drafted him and had him sit behind Aaron Rodgers for so many years that he didn't want out, He ended up staying, and he's a good quarterback.
Absolutely, man. I'd be like, hey, talk about the old school way of doing football where you sit on the bench, you develop, and you come in and you be a stud. Hey,
yep.
Love hit all those points, man.
Exactly. So like you said, you basically hit it. He developed. He's not like these other quarterbacks who were thrown in there. Like if you were to throw Justin Love in there, or Jordan Love, sorry. If you were to throw Jordan Love in there his second year, I don't think you would have seen Jordan Love the way he is today. I think Jordan Love would have been more of like a Geno Smith type of player, bouncing around the league. But I think you're
continuously travel. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jordan Love is probably the most well-developed quarterback out of these NFC teams right now.
Okay.
So he's got injuries. Okay, so that's my number 3 team.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're right. You 3.
Yeah, sorry. I got confused. I had a little bit too much writing on my paper here. All right. So number 2 team, I hate to say it, but it's Kansas City Chiefs, man. And the only reason I say that is because they've got the better record out of them. The AFC.
No, they're the defending champs. We cannot hate on them. We're Raiders fans, but we're realistic. Bro, you're the
Yeah.
defending champ. You're 9-1.
Yep.
What can we say?
And nobody so far that has been able that I've seen on a week-to-week basis, even though Kansas City's not fully like that team that's just going to blow you out of the water every time you play them. They're not that team, but they find ways to win. And that's the thing with these other teams is they don't find ways to win. They're not consistent with finding a way to win. So that's, and that's Kansas City. Kansas City's always been like that, and I hate to say it because I'm a Raider fan, but like you said, man, they're the best team out of the AFC right now. So I put them at number 2.
Okay. And who is your number 1 team, baby?
My number 1 team right now in the NFL, and I think Super Bowl champions, is the Detroit Lions right now.
Woo! Detroit finally getting the championship according to Matty.
I think they come in there, they're pissed off. I mean, dude, Dan Campbell's got this team playing physical, dude. Like, Dan Campbell is... I'd love to have that dude as a coach right now. But right now he's coaching the Lions, and he's doing a badass job with them. I think he's got the team playing for him, and he's got the team playing for each other. And if you look at the NFL, I think he's the most complete team in the NFL when it comes down to having your players on board with you. Everybody's in it to win it. They're not half-assing their games. They find a way to win it, even though they might get down or whatever. They still find a way to win. But I think they're the most complete team, and I think they're the only team right now that can beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't think Philly can do it, and I don't think Green Bay can do it. So,
okay, I got you, man. I mean, like, I really can't argue with your list. I have a little bit of differences in mind. I love that you're a little bit different. You have a little bit more diversity. I'm going to start with my number 5 team, all right? My number 5 team actually played last night. And I'm going to tell you, the Baltimore Ravens, man, looked good. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. The Harbaugh last night was a great game. It was tight. Man, I mean, like, the Baltimore Ravens showed me a lot. And I'm going to be honest, man. Some of those throws that freaking, what's his name? Their quarterback. Jackson. Yeah. Bro, that he's making, bro, absolute dimes all over the floor. You got a dual threat quarterback. You got Derrick Henry. You got a really good defense. And I'm going to tell you like this, out of both Harbaugh brothers, I would rather have John. I'd be like, John, in my opinion, is a better coach. He's more refined, and he doesn't rub as many feathers wrong. And for some reason, man, those guys can get their players to buy in no matter what. So I see Baltimore as the number 5 team. I mean, like, they're solid. They're coming into their own, and they keep getting better. The number 4 team on my list, man, I'm looking at the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, talk about a big swing. Hey, here a couple weeks ago, all you would hear out of Philadelphia was saying, hey, man, let's fire Nick Sirianni. He sucks. He's terrible. We can't do shit. Man, he got Philly burning it up with Saquon Barkley. What a move. Look at that, man. Philly picks up Barkley. All these teams, Derrick Henry gets picked up by the Ravens. You mentioned Green Bay. Josh Jacobs gets picked up. And guess what? All these teams are now playoff teams. Everybody keeps saying, you need a quarterback. You need a quarterback. Well, shit, you need a running back too. You need somebody that can tote the rock, that can take off all that pressure off the QB and make shit happen. If you watch last night's game, Derrick Henry stiff arms 2 dudes to convert on a 3rd and 1, running outside zone. Bro, game changer. So I see Philly with their really potent run game, man. They're dual threats. They got the tush push. They got A.J. Brown outside. And that Philly defense is for fucking real. Man, and at number 3, This is no disrespect, but I got KC. KC is at 3 for me. I'm gonna tell you like this: they're 9-1. They're figuring out their scheme still. They're struggling. I'll be like, bro, it's just like you said. They have been able to win in tough situations. Their offense isn't playing up to its potential, which I hope it sucks this Friday as they play our Raiders. You know, I hope we put the spanking on them. But hey, man, they're struggling on offense. Their defense is really good. But again, they're the defending champs. They have Patrick Mahomes. They have Andy Reid. They have a coaching staff. They're legit across the board. My number 2 team is the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is playing out of his mind, bro. And you know that everything in the AFC is going to run through Buffalo. And Buffalo is cold in the playoffs. I mean, and they can run the football. Josh Allen is a big, strong quarterback with a big, strong arm. I mean, like he's Big Ben 2.0 with legs. They got a solid defense, and McDermott, defensive coach. So that's why I see them as the number 2 team. The number 1 team is the same as yours, man. The Detroit Lions. It's like you said. Dan Campbell has these guys playing out of their mind. Plus, Ben Johnson's offensive creativity is off the charts. With the physical defense, they are dual threat at running back. They have 2 running backs with Gibbs and Montgomery. They're a dual threat at wide receiver. They have a legitimate quarterback with Jared Goff and an offensive line that is just beating the shit out of people at the fucking point of attack. Offensively, they're a stud. Defensively, they're killers. They got dudes flying around making big-time plays in big-time situations. All around the board right now, the Detroit Lions at this time are the best team in the motherfucking NFL, in my opinion. Now, I think we're both on the same boat. Do you see Detroit running through the NFC, or do you see there's some potential? Let us know, guys. Let us know if you guys see a different champ in the AFC. Let us know if you have a different top 5 out there, guys. We want you guys to like. We want you guys to subscribe. We want you guys to let us know what you guys think out there, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Let us know what you think about our list. Yo, it's Matty B. It's Raider Will. It's the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. And yo, this was our top 5 teams. November 26th, 2024. What you got for the Matty B?
Man, I'm excited, not for my team, but to see somebody finally, uproot these champs. We had a couple differences, which I like. There's a couple teams in there like Buffalo. I like it. But hey, man, hopefully, like you said, we can come back through this Thursday, get a win, or this Friday and get a win. And I hope everybody out there has a fun and happy and a safe Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. Hey, from the Silver and Black Radio Podcast to your house, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Much love. Hey, Matty B, Raider Will. It's all about the
Raiders.
Let's go.